Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about a few things to remember when dealing with a narcissist so that you can be in the best possible position to no longer let their behaviour affect you. Because the best method when dealing with a narcissist is simply don't deal with them. Go no contact, leave them to go and live their life while you go and live your life. However, this isn't always possible. Thank you very much for the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with in your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you overcome narcissistic abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. So one of the first things to remember when dealing with a narcissistic person is one of the criteria is that arrogant and haughty behaviour. And if they have that criteria, they are unpleasantly proud of who they are as a person. They will refuse to admit fault. They feel superior. They will regularly pull people down. They will regularly break agreements because of who they are as a person. A narcissist often believes they are special. They believe they're above others. They have no problem in telling outright lies. Often they rewrite history within their own mind to believe their own lies. So they have no issue with lying to you, about those around you, about what they've done, about promising something and then failing to deliver on it. A narcissist has no issues with lying to you. They tend to be a bit of a know-it-all. Their thoughts, feelings, opinions are fact. And anything that doesn't match up to theirs is wrong. They will dismiss, they will criticise, they will judge, they will pull you down to feel better about themselves. Narcissists lack empathy. They are oblivious to other people's feelings. They're oblivious to other people's wants, oblivious to other people's needs. Narcissistic people always have to be right, and with them always having to be right, they're always going to make out that you're wrong. A narcissist is going to refuse to admit fault. They are going to refuse to admit the part they played in any given situation. Instead, they're going to find a scapegoat to blame for any mistakes they've made. As they lack empathy, they are very argumentative people. However, they'll not admit to being the argumentative one. They'll blame you for causing the arguments. Narcissists are incredibly envious of others. Therefore, they're not going to be supportive because they don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you do better than themselves unless they can take the credit, unless they can steal the credit for it. They're going to go all out to pull others down. They're going to go all out to manipulate, to lie, to cheat, to deceive people, to either take what they're envious of or destroy what they are envious of. Narcissists are incredibly entitled people. They are happy to take but unwilling to give. They don't give for giving's sake. They only give so they can take. They lack self-awareness. They'll rarely help out unless there's something in it for themselves. They exploit people. They're controlling. They're demanding. They're demeaning. They will pull you down in order to make you feel worse about yourself, to create that self-doubt within your mind so that they can further their control over your feelings and over your mind to work in the narcissist's best interest. As they are exploitative, they are unreasonable people. They will take advantage. However, they will claim that you're the one that's being unreasonable. You're the one that's being demanding. You're the one that's making it all about yourself, to confuse you, to guilt trip you. As they are grandiose, they are self-absorbed, and they are very unrealistic people. They often require that excessive admiration. So they will either put on that admiration face and love on people, reward people to get that attention. They believe they're entitled to. And when they're not getting the attention they believe they're entitled to, they will provoke people, bait people, goad people to pull out that negative emotion within those around them, to get that negative reaction from those around them, to feel better about themselves while blaming the other person. And narcissists are preoccupied with getting their own needs met. So you're dealing with somebody who lacks self-awareness, who always has to be right, who lacks the ability to care for how their behaviour might affect you, who's requiring excessive attention, and who is envious of others and seeks to pull others down. When it comes to dealing with these people, there is no winning with these people. They're not going to see your point of view unless it matches their own. When dealing with a narcissist, you have to stay in your own lane. You have to stay in your own reality. You have to recognise them for who they are. So when you're dealing with one, number one, know your beliefs. Know your values. Do not lower your standards to suit them. Create your boundaries. And as difficult as it is, stick to your boundaries. Stick to your no. Stick to who you are as a person. If something doesn't affect you, then say yes. It doesn't affect you. You don't have to explain to them that you're not saying yes because they've manipulated you into saying yes. You're saying yes because you genuinely don't mind. They're not listening to you. They're going to put their own spin on it anyway. If you don't mind something, say yes. If you do mind something, say no and stick to your no. Expect that pushback from them. Expect the games. Learn to recognise the pattern of their behaviour so you know what's coming next, so that you're prepared for their next manipulation tactic, so you can recognise what they're doing and think, I know what they're up to, still a no. If you can, when you need to ask them for something such as co-parenting situations, try to pay them a compliment first. Try to butter them up, which many people don't like to do because they believe a narcissist butters you up. They believe it's manipulative. However, when you're not doing it to get one over on them, when you're not doing it to punish them, when you're not doing it to hurt them, when you're doing it in the best interest of the children, the best interest of communication, paying them a compliment first, and not flattery, a genuine compliment first, helps their ego, which lowers their resistance, which makes them more amenable to situations. Even better, if you can make them think that something is their idea, not to manipulate, not to hurt, not to punish, not to criticise, not to judge, but to get along, to work in the best interest of everyone around them. And as somebody who isn't manipulative, it's difficult to do. It shows you don't want to manipulate them. You're just trying to communicate with them. And the best way to communicate with someone who always believes they are always right is by making them think that it was their idea in the first place. Sometimes you have to communicate with people on a level that they understand, not a level that you would like them to understand. Remember, a narcissist does not change. They've had the disorder for as long as they've had the disorder. It is who they are as a person. Their thought process runs on that criteria. So they might promise you something which seems like a compromise, but they're promising you something to get their needs met in that present moment. And once their needs have been met, they're going to back out on that promise. They're going to regularly break agreements on you and then find a way to blame you for why they broke the agreement on you. So when they come at you with something that seems too good to be true, some sort of false compromise, recognize them for who they are. Because if you agree to that and they let you down again, you're the one that's going to feel frustrated. You're the one that's going to feel resentment. You're the one that's going to feel angry. So you're best sticking to your beliefs in the first place. And if they want to throw games your way, just recognise that's who they are. Don't give them any information about yourself, about what you're doing. They're incredibly envious people. So if they believe you're achieving something, they're going to go all out to try and destroy that for you. If they believe you've got plans to do something, they're going to go all out to get in the way of that and to destroy it for you, to frustrate you, to pull that negative reaction from you because you're not giving them the attention they believe that they're entitled to from you. So don't give them any information about yourself, because they will use any and all information about you against you to serve themselves. Don't second guess what they want. Don't second guess yourself around them. A narcissist wants to play a game of planting those seeds of self-doubt within your mind so that they can then play a game of watching those seeds grow. Know your reason, know your why, stick to your reason, stick to your why, and leave them to it. As soon as you start explaining your why to a narcissist, they're going to poke holes at that why to get you to question whether you're doing the right thing or not. So know why you are doing something before you even enter communication with them, but don't explain that to them. You've more likely explained it to them several times in the past and they've always used it against you, so recognise that's what they're going to do. Was it Oprah Winfrey that said no is a complete sentence? And when dealing with a narcissist, it is, yes, we can communicate with people, we can explain to people, but we have to recognise who they are and whether our explanations are going in so they can understand us better and compromise with us, or whether their explanations are going in so that they can understand us better to use our explanations against us. Never react to them. Retreat, rethink, and only respond if you need to do so. Observe their pattern of behaviour. Observe what they're trying to get out of you. Observe what emotion they're trying to pull out of you. Observe what manipulation tactic they're using to get that emotional reaction from you. And do not give it to them. Do not react to them. Retreat, rethink, and only respond if you need to do so, such as for court reasons. Recognise the games they are playing. Remain calm, as cool as a cucumber. Don't give anything away to a narcissist. Don't give any emotion away to a narcissist. That is their supply. That is what they're trying to gain from you. You can let those emotions out once they've left the building. And once you recognise their behaviour, once you recognise their games, do not take it personally. It's who they are as a person. They're doing these things to get at you based on their disorder, based on the criteria that makes up that disorder, based on their belief system. They want to raise your expectations, and then they're going to miss the mark every time so that they can lower your standards of behaviour you will and will not accept from those around you. You have to lower your expectations of their ability to be able to understand and communicate with you, and raise your standards of behaviour you will and will not accept from those around you. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments. If you are looking for more information on understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have an online guide available, and their Teachable link is in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.